Hey guys, this is Gripolli and welcome to the first episode of my new Let's Play series. We're going to be playing in a very small mod pack that I put together, a sort of vanilla plus experience, and basically it's just a few mods that change some of the quality of life features, such as mouse tweaks for example, but none of the mods really change the base game or how it's played. So without further ado, let's get into some resource gathering. Found a cave, got some stone, and coal, got some food. Found some iron, killed a zombie, or two, almost died, very much did die, ran for my life for several minutes, got all my stuff back, collected more iron, and then I smelted everything up. Made some armor, killed more mobs, and fully kitted out with iron tools and armor and a water bucket, I made my way to deep slate level to look for diamonds. And in a mine shaft at Y-32, I found my first diamonds. Let's go. Of course it was only one, so I couldn't do anything with it. Not having very good luck down here. I haven't come across any big caves. Oh, never mind. I was just going to say that I had just broken my first iron pickaxe. And that's only two. So I reiterate what I said, I'm not having very good luck down here. Okay, now we come to an actual decent sized cave. Maybe now I'll actually find some diamonds worth talking about. We're getting there, slowly but surely. I'm done caving. I explored pretty much the whole thing, didn't get quite all the diamonds that I wanted, died once, almost died about 3 more times, ran out of food, so I'm just going to go back to strip mining until I find all the diamonds that I need. Getting pretty close now. I just want enough to do a shovel, an axe, an enchanting table, and then have a few extra for backup picks. As you can see, this one's almost broken already. I think that ought to do it. We have all our tools, all our armor. We've got enough for an enchanting table and a couple extra picks, and now we just need to head back to the surface before I literally die of starvation. And we arrive at the surface with 2 haunches of hunger left and 18 durability left on the pick. That's not too bad. I'm going to go get this food situation sorted out, and then we need to figure out where we're going to put our starter base. So we've been going for just under 2 hours now, and we have a full set of diamond armor and diamond tools, and I think I found a location for a starter base. It's not too far from world spawn. It's a big dark oak forest on some hilly terrain with some lush caves underneath. I'm going to clear some of these trees away, and then let's see what I can do about some living quarters. So I cleared a small area here, and I started gathering a few resources, putting them together for my starter base, and I think I'm going to want some spruce wood, as well as I'm going to need more deep slate. So I'm going to do two things. Going to head over to... just burn. Towards spawn. I know for a fact that there's a very small snowy biome over there with some spruce in it. I should actually make myself a boat. And then I'm going to make a small mine shaft around here somewhere just so I can collect a little more deep slate, and then I'll come back and build the starter base. Of course, just as I get here, it starts to pour down rain and thunder, and mobs are spawning everywhere, so hopefully I don't die. But while I am here, I'm going to try to collect a cherry sapling as well, just so we have that in the chest. And hopefully I don't freeze to death. Definitely didn't almost die to this creeper. And now it's dark, but I did get my spruce and my cherry saplings, so I'm going to flee in terror because I did not bring a bed, like a smart Minecraft player. It's a new day, the rain has stopped, we made it back in one piece, and I've got most of the ingredients now. I still need the deep slate, and I think I want to get some clay for flower pots as well, which I should be able to find right down here in the river. Got my clay. Also got a little sand as an afterthought. So the clearing for my house is right there by that mushroom. I think I'm going to make a sort of permanent mine shaft right here in the side of the hill. Seems like a pretty good spot in the terrain for it, and it's about as low as you can get anyway. Okay, I think we got pretty much everything. Let's get started with the build. I think that'll probably do for the floor. Actually, you know what? Let's make it wider this direction. Then we add in a bit of a foundation ring, just like this. Next we add pillars in every corner. Then we add the walls. Now we cut in the windows and doors. We put a door here in the front, and then do maybe a window on the side here. A smaller one in the back. And one over here as well. I decided to also texture in the corners, like that. I think that looks a little better. And of course it's raining again, but I'm going to add some texture on the interior walls now, just like this. Just here and there, not too much. Ran out of oak logs, so now I'm planting oak saplings, because I don't feel like tearing down the forest around the house just yet. Gonna start on the roof while I wait for those oak saplings to grow. Freaking rain, man. Now I've got skellies spawning under the trees here. Maybe I should clear the forest. Okay, it's starting to come together, but this tree here and this tree over here are definitely too close. Gonna have to take these down. I've run out of deep slate brick stairs again, but I think there's a way I can remedy that. So here above the window, I think I'm going to need to raise this up a little bit, make a sort of an arch. Let's see, I'd like to be at this level, if I can reach that. There we go. Something like that, and then slope down. Actually, that's too high. Let me do this. There we go. And then follow that path across. And now up here, I think we can take these steps out as well. And make another line of slabs there. Okay. That'll give us a few extra. And then I need to do one more thing, which is to texture the valley over here. So this area here will be darker. If I make it a little darker with the deep slate tiles, it will look like it's wet, which I think is kind of a cool effect. So I'm just going to take out sort of random stairs here in the center of this valley, something like this. Let's try that and see how that looks. Okay, I'd say if anything, add a little more darkness. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Now I'm going to copy this on the other side. Okay, so now that we have sort of a wet spot in the valley on either side, I think we should have enough stairs to finish our roof. So just one more thing, I think I'm going to add some dampness right across the top of this curve here. Okay, that's it for the roof. Now we just got to finish detailing the walls. Going to start by texturing the gables that were built after I textured the walls for some reason. Next I'm going to add the glass in the windows. Now on the exterior I'm going to put little shelves here and also some shutters. Let's add some flower pots here and there. Going to use my only cherry sapling for very important things. Next I want to add something to these gables so they don't feel quite like such an oversized forehead. Much better. Next I'm going to cut this out and make just a little bit of a entryway step here. I need another step, but I'm going to add my door. And I'm going to put little foundations on these posts like this. Okay, the exterior is pretty close to done. Now we're going to go inside and extend the walls up to the roof. I'm going to move the bed in here, as well as my workstation and the storage. Going to add a pressure plate over here. And now I need to figure out ways of decorating. Definitely going to replace these with some flowers once I have them. I'm going to add a ceiling at this height so that we don't have to stare at the ugly underside of the roof. And now for a couple paintings. Let's see, we'll maybe do one here. That's too big. Like this. There we go. And then one up here. Whoa. Let me see here. I want a 2x3 maybe? No, that's too big. Let's do a 1x1 up here. Oops. That's not gonna work. There we go. We'll put a table here in the corner with a light on top. We can put a lever here. There. Coat hook. It's a little bare bones. There's nothing too fancy in here, but it's home. The next thing I need to do is acquire some dirt and fill in this area a little bit. That is much better. Now I want to make a path leading from the front of the house down this direction all the way to the water and the mine shaft that are down here. I think I'm going to have to make a sort of stairs right here. It's a little too steep to make a natural looking path, but in some of these places we can put slabs like this. That will help smooth it out a little bit. There we go. And then we also want to replace some of this with coarse dirt, like, whoops, like that. Got to fill in those gaps. Much better. One more thing I want to do, and that is to add a few bushes just in the corners of the house, maybe there and there. Something like that. That's good. And we'll do some around the back as well. Looks good. Also going to add some bushes along the path, just sort of lining it here and there. Something like this. Just to sort of give a border. There are still just a few things left to do around here. I think I want to cover up this cave because there are skellies spawning down there. There we go. Next I'm going to light up the immediate vicinity around the house, just so that I don't have a hostile mob spawning like right outside my front door if I wait a little too long to sleep. Next I'm going to just add a few fences here and there just to sort of add some man-made structure as border next to the path rather than just having the leaves. And last of all, I need to build this sort of staircase down to the waterfront. Not a big fan of this gravel patch. I think I'm going to remove the gravel and sand here and replace it with dirt. There we go. Next, I want to add just a little bit of structure under the stairs, just like this, wherever there's dirt. Okay, that looks a little more structured. And I think for the final touch, we're just going to add some more bushes. Looks good. And now I'm just going to add a few lanterns, one here and then maybe one up sort of here. Okay, and with that, I'd say that that is the starter base completed. My axe has taken an absolute beating this episode, and I think on the next episode, I want to focus on finding a village and getting some enchantments. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button, and if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe, and with that, I'll see you guys next time.